What's up, guys? Alec here. Hope you're all having an amazing day. Today I have an exciting video for you guys, and that's how to create the perfect Amazon FBA listing. I want to share my experience and my years and experience of selling on Amazon. I've been selling on Amazon for 6 to 7 years now, so I have quite a bit of experience in creating listings and Amazon FBA, and that's why I created this channel. If you're new, subscribe. I have tons of videos about Amazon FBA and pretty much just about everything there is to creating a successful business on Amazon. So in this video, I'm going to go over creating your listing. This is one of the most important things along with everything else when starting selling on Amazon. So there's some key things that you want to pay attention to, and I'm going to walk you through that right now and take you over the shoulder and give you a rundown of what to pay attention to when you are creating your listing for your product. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right in here. So when you start out, you're going to want to go to your Seller Central and go to Inventory and Manage Inventory and click on the upper right-hand corner. It says Add a new product. It's going to take you to this page where you can put in your product and select your category. And you want to look at your other competitors and know what categories you're selling in. If you're selling in home and kitchen, or you're selling in outdoor, or any of these other categories here, electronics, grocery, health and personal care, home and garden, jewelry, industrial, and scientific. So you just want to pick your category. And in this example, I'm going to be showing you as if you were selling a charcoal teeth whitening powder. I just picked that as a sample for you guys to run through it with you and show you how to go about this. So let's just say you were selling a teeth whitening charcoal, and I don't know if I spelled that right, but either way, yep. Okay, so you would just look and see which one is the best category. So tooth whitening products is probably the best one. You could also look at your competitors, see what they're under, and then you're gonna come to here, and this is where you just start crafting your listing. You're gonna need a product ID that is a UPC code. I just made a video the other day about UPC code, so go check that out on my channel. So you're gonna put a UPC code in here. Your product name is going to go here. Now, what I suggest is looking at your competitors. So you go on Amazon, you type in teeth whitening charcoal, and then if you were selling this, you would just look at the top view and see what they're doing as far as their title that you can model after. They have certain keywords. Amazon is a keyword based platform, so customers are going on there and typing in what they want, and you are basically providing a solution to their needs. That's basic entrepreneurship, and that's what we're doing. So you want to show up when a person or customer types in that keyword, teeth whitening charcoal. So there are multiple tools that I speak about, and I'll have some linked in the description that aid in showing you search volumes and this and that and all this other important information when you're looking at keyword volumes and stuff. But what you could do is you could just take a few of the top competitors, and you could look at their titles and their keywords. So I just took one. It is right here. So this one's doing well, and you basically look at their title, and that's how you kind of craft your own. So you don't want to reinvent the wheel here. There's a reason why they have teeth whitening charcoal slapped in the first half of the title here, is because Amazon, their algorithm, they weigh heavily the keywords that are in the front of the title, rather than if you put teeth whitening charcoal in the back end, it's not going to be that great. You want all your most important relevant keywords in the beginning of your title. So you could model after this and maybe put a little spin on it. So teeth whitening charcoal powder, that's important. And then whatever else as you're doing research with other products and your other competitors, what they're using. So you want to have the most important things in there. So that would go in here in this box right here for the product description, and then you could just fill it out. Usually between like group of words and the next you separate it with a hyphen, or you could put a pipe like that right there, and that's kind of visually nice to look at. It looks clean. So for your brand name, you want to put your brand name. What's your company name? Is it let's just say Teeth Pro. So let's say that's your brand name, and then that would be going there. Your private labeling. So you're creating your own listing. You are the seller, and you're the brand that who's selling this product. So for the manufacturer, you would put in this as well. The manufacturer part number, you just make up a SKU. So let's just say TW001. So, and that's your unique identifier that's going to show up in Seller Central, and that's just how you separate your products. If you have 50 products, that's how you know that's how you keep track of them in Amazon system. So for the unit count, they're going to be getting 1 charcoal powder bottle. Unit count type, you could just look if you're not 100% sure. So yes, so this is just a bottle. You just want to fill out all the information. So that's the vital information. As far as variation, I recommend if you're planning in the future to have any variations of maybe size, color, anything you see here, scent, patterns, anything you plan on releasing in the future, I would, if you would like to add the variations now, because if you do it later on, it's going to be a little more difficult. It can be done, but you're just going to have to call Amazon and go through a little more like manual work with creating like an upload. So here it's easier. You just put in, let's say you want a gold one, and then it's going to be new. You put in the price and the quantity, and they don't have to be active, but they're there in the back end when you're ready for a new product. So that's as far as the variations, but you don't have to. That's only if you plan on doing that in the future. Click this little button here that says Advanced View. It gives you all the other options that you're gonna need when creating a listing. More comprehensive stuff that you could add in here. So a lot of this stuff you don't need, but if you want to just go through and fill it out, it's just some other stuff. Gift wrap, I would recommend if people want to have this as a gift. So max order quantity, you want to have this in here, especially when you're launching. You don't want to have people buy out your entire inventory at a discount. Some of this other information you can just look through. Compliance. Images are the most important when you're private labeling your products. You want to have high quality pictures. I speak about that on my channel. You want to have amazing images, white background. The first one I'll show you compared to a listing here. You want to have them HD zoomable. Amazon wants your first photo to always have a white background. So this is called your hero shot. So basically, when people are searching through the Amazon catalog, everything looks uniform and it stands out. So you want to have that as your first image, and then the rest are all just basically showing off your product. And you want to take your time when doing this. You don't want to have garbage images. If you need to, hire somebody to do this, and because it really affects your conversions and everything, and the way your product is and brand is perceived. So look at this. You see people's faces in here. It's in like a natural background. These are called lifestyle images. You want to have these types of images in here. Some text on here showing like before and afters of the teeth. And how the product will benefit the customer. So that's for images. And so for description, the bullet points, you're just going to click add more, and you could add up to 5 main bullet points. These are extremely important, secondary to the images. If you take a look at what other people are doing, you want your bullet points to really stand out and grab attention. And there is a right and a wrong way to craft bullet points. Look at what they're doing here. So they're capitalizing their first words, and it's standing out, and then they're going a little bit in depth. So the way you want to come up with these is you want to speak about the benefits and talk about how your product is going to help and change the customer's life. So like we could see here, whiter and brighter smile. This is, people want a whiter smile. So this is really pushing on their pain points and really hitting their emotions. You want to have great copy that sells your product. There you can search a lot of bad listings, and I'll show you an example of a bad listing, even though it's selling well. But you want to, let's just see here. Even though it's selling well, so this is a terrible example of bullet points. Look at this. Be careful when opening lid for the first time. Whitening with no sensitive premium. This is like one line. It's nothing's bolded. It's still selling well, but you don't want yours to look like this. You want to kind of highlight in bold text the main things you're trying to get across to, and how it's going at a high level, how it's going to help the customer. So these are your bullet points, and then for your description, you want to have you don't just want a block of text. Many times you see on listings, you scroll down and you almost even pass up the description. You see just a block of text. It's so unreadable. The normal customer does not want to sit and decipher through a ugly block of text. So what you're going to want to do is have an HTML description spaced out with bolded tags and stuff like that. So one way you could do this is by going on HTML editor. There are tons of free ones, and you basically just go on here and you could type in what you want and it'll convert it to HTML. So if you put, let's just say, for example, if you use this, and we could take all this out, and then you put that here, it's going to convert it all into HTML. So basically there are just a few tags you want to get used to, and they're the bold tags. So the main tags that we use when we are creating products are the bold tag. It looks like this, and then you close it with a /B. You can Google these and search up the main tags, and then you would do this and then evenly space it out, and when your product shows up, it's going to have a nice looking description, and I'll show you. They should have one. Okay, so they have more of detailed here, but this is what you don't want it to look like. Once you put in the HTML, it'll all be spaced out with the bullet points and the bold text and everything. So it looks aesthetically nice and easy for the customer to read. Okay, so here, this is perfect. This is what I'm talking about of a great product description. You don't just scroll past this. You see it and it stands out. You see some bolded text. Why is our activated charcoal toothpaste superior? The customer can look a little more in depth if they want, and it's spaced out nicely. It's bolded and it's easily readable. That is exactly what you want. So take your time to do that properly. I'm going to have another video on keywords on my channel. So keywords are important in ranking your product. You want to have the most relevant keywords. So there are some tools that you can use. You could put up to, I think it's 250 keywords in your back end. So they help you rank your products. You want to have the most relevant, like I said. The tools that I use are keyword.io or merchant words, and you basically just put in your main keywords, and you want to put a few in a variation. I'm going to make another video like this on my channel, and then you just export the data, and you pick out the best keywords, and you want to have them showing up once. So those would go in there. So let's say you're doing the teeth whitening charcoal, so you put teeth whitening charcoal, if I could spell here, and then any important things. So you would want like powder, you would want natural, whitening, teeth, personal, coconut. So basically anything that's specific with your product you want to put in there. So they would just come right after the next. And then there's just some more details that you could enter in if you want. That's more detailed about your product, and then you would just publish it and save and finish the listing. It will show up, and that's basically how you create an amazing listing on Amazon. You want it to stand out, you want it to look great, professional, and show your brand the way it's intended to be shown. You don't want to skimp out on this part. Create a great listing, have great images, and everything all together. And that's how you create a perfect listing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'm constantly putting out videos about Amazon FBA, living the laptop lifestyle, freedom. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.